Hello friends, let us now learn some important questions in the previous year AIMS question paper in the OBS and Gynec. Which of the following is not included in quadruple test in antenatal detection of Down syndrome? Okay, in quadruple test we do AFP, estradiol and beta HCG is done and inhibin A is done, not the inhibin B. Inhibin A is done in quadruple test but not the inhibin B. Next question, dose of levonorgestrel. The dose of levonorgestrel is used in emergency contraception. The dose of levonorgestrel is used in emergency contraception is 1.5 micrograms within 72 hours. 1.5 it is not micrograms, 1.5 milligrams. Levonorgestrel 1.5 milligrams is given for within 72 hours in emergency contraception. So this you should remember. Next question, a postmenopausal female with biopsy report of endometrial hyperplasia with atypia. Next line of management. Already the patient is postmenopausal, so and there is endometrial hyperplasia with atypia, so it can progress to cancer. So as a result we should do hysterectomy because already the patient is postmenopausal, so we are not expecting any chance of conception or any issues with any requirement of uterus, so we can do hysterectomy for that patient. Next question, maternal mortality rate is expressed in, see, maternal mortality rate is expressed in maternal deaths per 1 lakh live births. Maternal deaths per 1 lakh live births is maternal mortality rate. Okay, next, 40-year-old female was diagnosed with cervical intraepithelial neoplasia type 3. What is the management? 40-year-old with cervical intraepithelial neoplasia type 3. Always remember, cervical intraepithelial neoplasia type 3 we should do loop electrosurgical excision procedure. Not only for type 2, even if question is given has type, not only for type 3, even if the question is given has type 2 also, we do this LEAP procedure. Colposcopy with loop electrosurgical excision is done for cervical intraepithelial neoplasia, both type 2 and type 3 lesions. Even for type 1 also, the surgery of choice is same, LEAP. Okay, remember that. Next, what should be the time of termination of pregnancy? What is the time of termination of pregnancy? Insulin dependent diabetes. Always remember, in diabetes the best time is 38 weeks. If you wait more than 38 weeks, it can result in stillbirths. If you do termination of pregnancy less than 38 weeks, then there is increased chances of hyaline membrane disease and respiratory distress. So the best age for termination of pregnancy is, the best time for termination of pregnancy is 38 weeks. Next question, active management of third stage of labor includes all of the following except. In active management we do contraction, oxytocin infusion is done, ergometrin is given after the delivery of the shoulder of the baby, but you do not do uterine massage. According to the active management of third stage of labor, uterine massage is not done. Then next question, then investigation of choice. Next question, investigation of choice for vesicovaginal fistula. Vesicovaginal fistula, investigation of choice is 3 swab test. Okay, 3 swab test is investigation of choice for vesicovaginal fistula. What is 3 swab test? So in this, if this is the vagina, okay, and this is the cervix, and going above you will have uterus, not necessary. In the vagina you will put 3 swabs. You will put 3 swabs in the vagina. Number 1. Okay, one is present at the vault, second in the middle, and one just above the introitus. So you have put 3 swabs, and now you will instill the methylene blue into the bladder. So this is the bladder. Okay, into the bladder, this is the bladder. Okay, into the bladder you have given the methylene blue dye. Now number 1, I will draw the bladder a little down, okay, so that it becomes better. Okay, this is the bladder. Actually it will be bigger, but because I don't have an option, I'm drawing it smaller. Okay, so this is the bladder. Now if you see different types of vesico-vaginal fistulas, first different types of fistulas. Okay, first we have vesico-vaginal fistula, that is connecting the bladder to the vagina. Second, so before that, not vesico-vaginal fistula, the first fistula is this is the ureter. Okay, first we have uretero-vaginal fistula. Okay, second we have vesico-vaginal fistula, third we have urethro-vaginal fistula. This is urethra, this is bladder, this is uretero-vaginal fistula, this is vesico-vaginal fistula, this is urethro-vaginal fistula. Now if you have instilled a methylene blue dye into the bladder, now this dye will, if it soaks the, just imagine that I am drawing it with this so that it becomes transparent. It is transparent. I am drawing it with yellow, actually it is blue color. Okay, if this dye, if there is urethro-vaginal fistula, just think that urethro-vaginal fistula, so the dye will be present in the bladder and it goes into the urethra. From the urethra it will only soak the lower, swab. Then if it soaks only the lower swab, then it is urethro-vaginal fistula. Now if you see, now the second part is, this is the bladder, there is vesico-vaginal fistula. So the methylene blue dye which you have instilled, it will go through this fistula and it is now staining both second and third swabs. This is vesico-vaginal fistula. Okay, because it is staining both second and third swabs, it is soaking both second and third swabs with dye, then it is vesico-vaginal fistula. Then take the third one. Here there is no blue dye at all, so there is only urine. The urine present in the urethra will come and it will stain the, it won't stain, it will just soak this, swab, uppermost swab, then that is uretero-vaginal fistula. So this is how you will differentiate the different types of vaginal fistulas. So it is the drug of choice, investigation of choice for, so if the investigation of choice for vesico-vaginal fistula is 3 swab test. Then next question, before ovulation, dependent development of granulosa cell is dependent on, development of granulosa cell is always dependent on follicle stimulating hormone. It is dependent on follicle stimulating hormone. Then all of the following are reversible long acting contraceptives except reversible long acting contraceptives. Copper T is reversible, levonorgestrel IUD reversible, Implanon is also reversible. But this laparoscopic tubal ligation, it is actually irreversible type of contraception. It is long term definitely, but it is irreversible. Then next question, excuse me, possible manifestation of choriocarcinoma after hydatiform mole is all except. Okay, choriocarcinoma after hydatiform mole, you will see raising HCG levels, you will see more theca lutein cyst and increased uterine size is seen, but there is no suburethral nodule. You will not see any suburethral nodule. So manifestation of choriocarcinoma after hydration for mole is raising HCG levels, more theca lutein cyst and increased uterine size. Then next question. Young females. History of spontaneous abortion, secondary amenorrhea since then. There is history of spontaneous abortion following amenorrhea. FSH is 6 international units per ml. Probable cause of amenorrhea. Actually, it is Asherman syndrome, which is due to uterine synechia. See, during the abortion or spontaneous abortion, there is some adhesions which are formed after the abortion, and because of the abortion, because of the adhesions, there is secondary amenorrhea which has been developed. So it is uterine synechia. Okay, so the diagnosis here is uterine synechia. Then the next question, placenta of grade 3, 35 plus 3 weeks of pregnancy, absent end diastolic flow. This is absent end diastolic flow in the Doppler. Next management is, see, grade 3 placenta, 35 plus 3 weeks of pregnancy, absent end diastolic flow. That means here the patient has two things. Remember, whenever there is absent end diastolic flow, that means see, even at 35 plus 3 weeks, there is grade 3 placenta, that is preterm. Okay, preterm labor and absent end diastolic flow is obviously IUGR, intrauterine growth retardation, and it is preterm labor. So in any preterm labor and IUGR, there is increased risk of respiratory distress syndrome due to non-maturity of the surfactant in the babies, that is due to surfactant deficiency. And as a result, in order to make the surfactant mature, that means production of surfactant can be initiated by giving dexamethasone, and after dexamethasone we can terminate the pregnancy. Okay, thank you for watching.